YouTube, hello, it is I, your cult leader, your cult father, your cult daddy Keronzi, back once again. We return to Eorzea once more, where we are going to be continuing some things on. What do we have on the docket for today? Gonna be looking at continuing the fishing quest line. I've got a load of fish that I need to turn in, so I need to move that forward, so we'll be doing that. Then potentially continuing the Manderville, maybe throwing in some books or some such. We will see what the day brings. If you're new here or a returning viewer, thank you for clicking on this video. Or if you were forced into this video, commiserations, but welcome all the same. Hit that like, subscribe, or comment, or leave a comment. It really helps out, gets this channel growing, gets the interactions up. I'm in those comments down below, so I will respond to you in kind. But if you're going to talk about any of the plot points that I have not yet encountered, just mark your comment with spoiler at the beginning, so I can use my discretion to read through it all. Because I'm poor man's Guy Fieri, apparently, and I'm not actually playing this game with a blindfold. Exclamation mark Ferrari in chat to see what I'm talking about. Can't get the image, but the quote's still there. No. I trying to stay spoiler free, so I just need to use my discretion. You'll still receive a comment all the same. There's the Lore Objects Merge Drawer. There is the Thronus. If you want to help me out that way, you can click a link down below as well, which will for the Quell and Shardfall system and game. If you want to blend your gaming and fitness together, you can use that link to get $40 off of your, or equivalent off of your purchase. And for full transparency, I get a small kickback if you use that link. It really helps me out if you are interested in something like that. If any of my streamer friends join, their links will be down below. I don't know who is going to potentially be joining today, but we will find out in due course. So, without further ado, let's get into the game. I need to sort out the transition. Got some interesting things planned. Hey, thank you for picking that up. I appreciate that greatly. I have something to torment Shin with, and to more than likely please Eskimox with as well. It's going to be entertaining to say the least. You sold more stuff? You have sold more stuff. Oh, hey, Eskimox! My name? Hi! Wasn't sure if you were here or not or anything, but yeah, I have something that's potentially going to please you. Alright, I could do those. Oh, I need to unlock more of those. As I load in, you say my name. It was creepy. Hey, I'll try. All of my fish out of here. You know what will actually be quicker if I just go over this. It shows you miss me. No, well, I mean, part of this was also to annoy Shin. But I have a feeling you're going to like it. Either way, I'm happy. Bring us 5 raincallers from Grindania's jaded flood, and we will make it worth your while. There you go. I knew you were the right lass for the job. Who else could deliver such rare and virile specimens? These will suit the Uldan's purposes quite well. The elder males have been led to believe that ingesting the raincallers will endow them with, let's say, vigor. No one knows whether it's true, and I don't personally care to find out. I only know that rich men will stop at nothing to recapture their former glory, and so these fish should fetch a fair price at market. Speaking of fetching, I'm quite impressed with your handiwork, Ilya. The consortium will be pleased. Of course, we will be, you've pleased more than just the consortium. I look forward to seeing more of you. I believe fish can fly, okay. Oh, you haven't forgotten the old Fisherman's Guild? Good to see that all that prestige and glamour that accompanies fishing stardom hasn't gone to your head. I wonder, it's a wonder your head hasn't popped, with all the sardines and catfish fables inflating your legend to prodigious proportions. And to think I knew you when you were still dredging anchovies out the muck. Rest assured that whatever greatness you go on to achieve, you'll always be a sorry scrap of kelp that floated into the guild one fateful day, as far as I'm concerned. Now, go speak with Cybele and see to her request. Didn't you notice her waiting for you outside? Ah, Ilya! The libidinous lords of Uldar were terribly excited by the raincallers you reeled in, sending our profits soaring accordingly. And so I came to lay yet another challenge before you. You have conquered the waves and dunes, but what of the clouds? Only you are heavenly enough to fish the cloud cutters that swim in the low skies of Ishgard within the Sea of Clouds. I too doubted my ears upon hearing such fish, but Carvelian's resolve was adamant. He will hear no protests. Besides, I've never been one to say no. Luckily for us, the Brugeri Consortium has friends in high places, namely the Highlands of Corthus. You'll want to seek out Firminet at Westbrim Front. He will tell you all you need to know. Confident you will prevail in your conquest, I have rendered full payments to Sisyphus in advance. You need only bring her 5 cloud cutters to satisfy me. Oh, I've got to actually go and speak with him. Okay, fine. Which means, Eskimox, I can show you what I'm talking about. So, you know how you like chicken? The fat chocobo. I think I have another one that you're going to really enjoy. Fat Moogle. Not only that, it plays the accursed music from the King Moogle fight. it is also a 2-person mount. So I can drag... Shin will never get on this. I am telling you right now, Shin will never get on this. Well, I got that, and I got another mount from the store because Camping Tatty has started playing this, so being able to ferry him around just makes him a little easier. So to pay on the kindness that Shin has shown me, I would have liked to have done it in the car, but unfortunately, until the Final Fantasy 15 event rolls around, I don't think I have a chance of getting that car, and there's no guarantee it will come around or will be on offer again. Greetings, traveller visitors. Visitors from Limsolomisa are rare to these climes. I am told you are seek the fish that the magnificent cloud cutters that grace the Sea of Clouds. As squirrels, or as squires, we are practiced catching our dinners. But the task is trying for even the most experienced among us. How one unaccustomed to the chore might hope to succeed where so many accomplished fishermen have failed is beyond me, but mine is not to stand in the way of foolhardy endeavours. The fish float upon inflated pockets of vapour, allowing them to ride currents of air. They are thus able to escape predators and take refuge in the clouds. Moreover, an aerial fish requires an aerial worm, in this case, hoverworms. Such is the extent of the knowledge that I will confer to you. I fear the remainder is a matter of experience and skill. I should wish you luck. You will surely need it. Alright, so I'll do that. What I'm also going to do as I'm here is I need to go and speak with Lord Durande up here. So we'll do that while I'm here as well. That's stinking cute. I can't wait to see his reaction. He's probably already seen it. He's probably been lurking while he's waiting for his food. Yeah. Do it on this one. Praise Helone for your safe return. And all here prayed for your success, Ilya. Tell us, have our prayers been answered? Yes, I have defeated the extreme Shiva. Even stronger than before, you say? Then we are truly fortunate for your intervention. Yet, it would be wrong to glory in this victory, for it is yours, not ours. Indeed, your presence here is a testament to the inadequacy of our own preparations. Plainly, it is time that we reappraise the threat posed by the heretics, and our readiness to address it. I can no longer say with any certainty that we are equal to the task, but this is none of your concern. Forgive me. Your deed shall not be forgotten, my friend. You, Urianger, and your entire order have my utmost thanks. Don't worry, Drillamont. I thought that'd be cheating. No, it's fine. Oh, what am I even doing this for? I don't care about this. I just need to head back to Limsa. I was tempted to get the, Oh. We got a concert going on. There was the bike and sidecar that Shin has. I was tempted to get that. No. No. Oh, I need to be a fisher. Right. You got the better one. Oh, Hagrid's bike. Yeah, there was that one. There was a, like an airship mount that turns into a robot that Smiley has. I was tempted by that. There was that one there. Or there was a whale. All of those were 2-player ones. There's an 8-player whale as well. But there's no guarantee we'll ever get 8 people into a group for that. So, you're to pluck 5 cloud cutters from the skies of Corthus. Are we certain those aren't birds? No, even if they are, we've fished up some birds then. The fabled cloud cutters. It turns out they weren't birds after all. Just like jellyfish, they jump, jerk, and jolt to jiggle themselves up. Well, speaking of things that floats around aimlessly, Ishgardians consider the cloud cutter the crest of class and character, and to confer them to commemorate and congratulate countrymen who commit conduct a cut above the clouds, if you will. I won't. But what use will it be to the Carvelian? Local lore alleges that the legendary Elsians in Limsalomisa is actually an Ishgardian lord. I wonder what you'd do. Oh, I'd wonder what you'd do if you were Carvelian. I would do what I was going to do anyway. Deliver the fish. Whoa, 8 is a lot though. Yeah, it is. But I mean, you can have in a party up to 8 players, because like obviously the trials are 8 players. Your alliances are 24, but you're not going to have something like that going around. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Hey, we got to the final one. Gods, this is unbelievable. According to that age-old adage, when the going gets tough, the tough go fishing. Unfortunately, the adage is of little use when the tough going happens to be a fishing ban. With the banning fishing? What? No! Shin's had a hand in this! They're banning fishing! How dare he? How dare he petition the Admiral to ban fishing? Oh, Shin, you rule the day! You haven't heard, have you? Ezenar Slaithfren has closed all docks and ports for fishing vessels on the authority of Admiral Malweb. Some sorry sailor supposedly spotted a serpent at sea, so Salfren stated that, for our own safety, all our services must cease. It's so frustrating. Well, we may be a group of sedentary fishers, but we're not about to take this sitting down. Yeah, we'll calm down. Calm down. First, we'll need to know what we're up against. The Brugi Consortium maintains ties to the Maelstrom, so Cybele may know something we do not. It's time to go fishing for information. Hey chat, do not forget exclamation mark Fieri. It's certainly a pleasure to see you again, though I wish it were under happier circumstances. The news came to a shock to us as well. Any Lomesian who's ever boarded a boat has heard the tale. Back when the world was naught but a dry, lifeless rock, Limelian created a giant serpent, and from its maw the creature spat forth water until the land was filled. But it would not stop. To prevent the world from being completely submerged, the navigator trapped the serpent in a floating island with the warning that if we were ever to be freed, the seas would rise until the world ended. This is where the thalassotrophic motto, "Till sea swallows all," comes. You can imagine the Admiral's surprise upon learning a sailor's claim to have actually seen the serpent in question. While you and I may recognize it as a fairy tale aimed to scare children, the panic in the streets is real, and so Saflorine hasn't any choice but to take drastic measures in order to maintain the peace. Regrettably, those drastic measures have dire consequences for both your guild and my consortium. And the Maelstrom is too occupied with the ship inaugurations to conduct a proper inquiry, meaning our only hope is to take matters into our own firm yet supple hands. It may be impossible to prove the sea serpent does not exist, but perhaps the testimony of eyewitnesses could be impunged. I believe you have met the sailor responsible for the sighting, the one known as Chuchuron. Oh, hey, Chuchuron. The Chuchuron see big fish at sea. Some say sea serpent. Chuchuron just want fish to fish. The fisherman Wawalago about fishing fish in sea. I see. So Shin was feeding information to Chuchuron. The Chuchuroon. I've seen enough at sea to know when sailors are seeing things, and what Chuchuron saw was no sea serpent for sure. Missing your marks will make mountains out of molehills, distance deceive, and delude the minds of men at sea. My money says that your serpent is a Mazzalan marlin. A fairly big fish, but by no means a monster. You can see them barreling back and forth along the north of the Bloodshore. But if spied from the shore, people will just shrug their shoulders. You need to make them meet that marlin up close and personal. I'll admit it's easier expressed than executed, and I've never nabbed one. If you don't loosen up your line, they'll rip your rod right out of your hands. But first, you need a bite. They won't waste their breath on worms from other waters. Mazzalan marlins demand mooching. More familiar to you as fish wheeling, perhaps. And not just any mean act of mooching, but the daunting duty of the dramatic double mooch. Oh no. At least it's not a scaramouche. That would be even more terrifying. I reckon you're ready for it. Get a gobby ball and haul it into the harbour herring. Once you've hitched your herring, offer it up for an ogre barracuda. Then bait that beast back to make the Mazzalan marlin bite. Makes me want to sail out myself. But Southrian would slay any guildmaster who sights him. Besides, I'm sure Sisapu would sooner see you succeed at it. So I need to do all of this because I actually need cloud fishing. Cloud fishing? Yeah, I actually need to get cloud fishing, which you can only get by doing the level 53 fishing quests. I would also like hell fishing and aether fishing as well, but we'll get there. Yeah, I can't believe we're reduced to this. Still, while Largo's never been right for running the guild, He's never been wrong about a fish. If he says our serpent is a Mandervillian marlin, that's what it is. Of course, everyone needs cloud fishing. Hey, like I said, there's lava fishing and aether fishing. So... That's the marlin? I can see how someone might mistake it for a monster. Hopefully, Safarin will see it as the same. Come, Stapleton arranged for us to speak with the Grand Storm Marshal. I'll never understand this game. Play the game, you might actually understand it. Oh, hey, Miss Beard. So many moons has it been? I can scarcely remember the last time I boarded a merchant ship for anything other than inspection. Quite comfortable indeed aboard the luxurious fleet of the Brugerie Consortium. No doubt to put crooked mongers and traffickers at ease while making illicit deals at sea. Perish the thoughts! We would never dream of calling the Grand Storm Marshal to a vessel where such roguery took place. A shame. I'd imagine those sort of vessels were the most fun. I suppose we best tend to business. Of course, sir. Allow me to introduce you to the Mandervillian marlin. Holy, okay, that's large. Great Lomesian's ghost. The blurry thing is massive. How did you catch it? Though I suppose it doesn't. Though I don't suppose it doesn't matter. At any rate, it is your contention that this marlin is our sea serpent. Oh, you can sing yourself to sleep with that silly sea serpent story, but it still won't. But it still won't hold water. I knew things were proceeding too smoothly. You always know just when the wrong time to act the guildmaster, don't you? Never you mind. I've known Wallalargo long enough not to mind his manners. Unlike his fish, I know when I'm being baited. Oi! You've been baiting and bullying us with your ban. Will you let up and lift it? A fine question. To lift the fishing ban, or not to lift the fishing ban? What to do? What to do? What to do? On one hand, I could lift the ban, but on the other... Now, who's the ones baiting?
I won't be lifting the fishing ban.
You put the ban in place! Damn you!
Good evening.
Good evening. Why not? Of course, there are formalities we must observe, so I'm afraid the declaration will have to wait until tomorrow. And the ban will be lifted, won't it? Unless you prefer it weren't. By no means, it's just... I feared that simply bringing you a large fish might fail to serve as adequate evidence in overturning a formal military proclamation. Well, I never really believed all that sea serpent silliness in the first place. It was more about putting Lomesian's mind at ease than anything else, and that marlin you brought me should accomplish just that. A few more paranoid conspiracy theorists in the maelstrom allege the serpents to be part of an elaborate Sahagin plot, so this should make for a nice laugh at their expense as well. Well, I mean, the Sahagin did summon Leviathan and are constantly summoning Leviathan, so it's not really a conspiracy theory, but okay. And to think this all started because someone spotted a large fish. And because fishtails are wont to grow in size, the large fish became serpent-sized, and then ceased to be a fish altogether. It makes you wonder about what other overblown fantasies we've all been led to believe. It sounds like you were ready to lift the ban whatever we brought you, Marlin or not. If only it were that simple. A fine Grand Storm Marshal I would be if I went lifting bans willy-nilly without any evidence the problem had been solved. This Marlin is essential to assuaging the irrational fears of the public. Well, then I suppose Ilya's efforts weren't for naught after all. I only wonder how the fish tail grew out of proportion in the first place. I didn't delight in divulging the details, but that deed might have been my doing. Of course it was, Wawa. Why am I not surprised? When I mentioned to Chu-Chu-Ron that the Maslin Marlin was a monster, I meant it metaphorically. Mayhaps he misunderstood. I think it would be best. I think it would be in the best interests of all involved if I don't hear any more of this story. The Maelstrom expresses its gratitude for your efforts in bringing this evidence to light. Your guild will be notified when the fishing ban is formally lifted. I bid you good day. Why did you? Poor Eskimox. Terrifying to think a little exaggeration get out of hand, particularly when you consider how often fishermen exaggerate. But it sounds like Sir Flalin knew something was fishy all along. Nevertheless, you saved our guild from destruction at the hands of an imaginary sea serpent. Funny how Numulkia delivered you to our doorsteps just when we needed you most. And I certainly can't consider you a guppy anymore. Now that you've caught a Marlin the Grandmaster himself never quite reeled in, I'd say we name you the Guildmaster, but then Wawalago would have nothing to dodge. And I'm not ready to let that fish off the hook so easily. But I suppose we could at least let him know he has a rival. And that might be your finest fishing accomplishment of all, luring Wawalago back to work. Use. No. I'm just trying to wrap Christmas presents.
In November.
I mean, it's almost December. In 8 days. 9 days.
It's still November.
Seeing family on the weekend who I won't see till the new year. That's fair.
You may be excused for that. But if you have a single decoration of your tree up, you're in trouble.
Saves travelling for 2 hours? Yeah, no, that's fair. Excuse me. Oh, I got another quest now. Disabu has a rod in her hand and a cloud on her brow. Well, if it's in my old friend Ilya, and not a moment too soon. Not that I don't appreciate your company or anything, but I need you to go and deliver something for me right away. Well, Largo's had a visitor, you see. Not only did the poor fellow have to put up with our dear guildmaster's blathering on about who knows what for hours on end, but he left his rod behind as well. Would you mind taking it back to him? If it was just the rod that was at stake, I'd get the lazy guildmaster of ours to take it back himself. But this fellow's a master fisherman who's travelled every corner of the world. According to Wawa, he knows all about those secret fishing spots that aren't on any of our charts. Hence why you're the woman for the job. Not only can you be trusted to get his precious pole back to him in one piece, but you can have a chat with this chap to learn something useful in the bargain. It wouldn't do for our guild's angling ace to fall behind on her studies. Mayhap he'll tell you about some far-flung fishing holes that even the famous Wawalago's never heard of, and you'll be able to test your mettle against a whole new kettle of fish. The fisherman you're looking for is an Elsian fellow called Anselm. He's staying at the Drowning Wench. If you hurry, you should be able to catch him before he heads off on his travels again. So I'm just using this time to complete these because I need to get the 53 quest done. At the very least.
Okay. What are the plans for this evening? Do you have any major plans, or?
We could probably do quests. I still need to do my book, but then probably catch up with the the Hildebrand quest line.
Okay.
Because I believe it's probably going to be just you joining.
Right.
I know that Smiley's definitely confirmed he's not being able to join. And Mox is likely working early today.
Okay.
But I don't know who's going to be joining. And even if Tatty was to join in, he wouldn't be able to help with anything we're doing anyway.
No.
I got him started along there, and I'm not sure roughly where he is. But he's at least been introduced to Thancred and has acquired the first of the crystals.
So he started in Uldar then?
Yes, he is doing he started as a thaumaturge.
Oof, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll let him pick what he wants to play. He wants to burn things. I'm like, you want to burn things? You want to be a thaumaturge? Have at it. Now, I'm not feeling Xmas this year. Hey, Eskimox? Who are you, and what have you done with the real Eskimox? Well, it's time I was on my way. Another pint of Baderon's Peculiar, and I'm likely to fall asleep in the snow. Oh, hello there. Is there what I can assist you with? Yes, your fishing rod. Goodness, is that my rod? I left it in the Fisherman's Guild, you say? Dear me, I was having so much fun catching up with my old friend Wawalago that I forgot all about my most faithful companion. I thank you for coming out of your way to return it to me. Are you a member of the guild then? I don't recall seeing your face down in the Fisherman's Bottom. Well, no, I'm elsewhere. You are? Good show, lass. It's always a pleasure to speak with a fellow fish fancier. So tell me, what's been your biggest catch so far? The marlin. You caught a Mazalayan marlin? Hold on a moment. You're not Ilya, are you? The girl who lifted the fishing ban and saved the guild? Well, Largo told me all about you, and in a most glowing of terms. It was a pleasure to have met you, Ilya. I wish I could stick around and chat, but it's past time I was heading home to Ishgard. If you're ever in the area, you must come and visit me and tell me all about your adventures in angling. Like as not, you'll find me in the Forgotten Knight. You could say he is the Drowning Wench's long-lost lover. Drop in whenever you like, and I'll give you a guided tour of some of my homeland's best spots to drop a lure. Until then, Ilya. Well, to Ishgard. I literally can't stand the thought of it at the moment. No, that's fair.
That's how I feel all year, every year.
Oh, Shin. I think you may have left chat or even I think you don't have Discord. I'm not sure if you like left the chat or anything. Did you see the comments I got on Wednesday's stream?
No.
I'm gonna put something in chat very quickly. That should be it. Yeah, so I acquired that. Oh, that's a set of comments. From a first-time chatter.
Right. Yeah.
Clearly,
I'm just not gonna comment on that, I think.
Clearly, I need to go to Flavortown.
Flavortown?
Flavortown, yeah. Do you know who Guy Fieri is?
No.
He's an American chef. One of the most, I think, is like an iconic phrase of his or something like that. Is like going to Flavortown.
Okay.
Just realised that. Well, the size isn't too bad, but I'm probably still just shrink you down a little bit. Yeah, there. But yeah, it just caught me off guard when those came through. It's like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what they were expecting with a blind playthrough, but whatever. I mean, clearly, quite obviously, they don't want me to see what I'm doing, but... Oh, Ronzi, heads up. Today on Twitch, 3 of my friends' chats were being attacked by the cheap viewers BS. So heads up, they're back in force. Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah, they go in cycles. I got Shin here. I'm sure there are a couple of other mods who can be around to drop the ban hammer upon their heads. To crush their balls. It's stupid. It is. But this is literally all that they do.
This is a common problem in almost any online community.
Yeah.
Even back when I was playing Final Fantasy XI in 2004, 2005? No,
yeah,
a
something
long
like
time
that.
ago.
Yeah.
People would be spamming gold selling sites. Basically, come to this site, give us your real money, and we'll give you an advantage in what you're doing online.
Yeah. I mean, it was happening in Warcraft as well, because I've seen it in there. Not so much in City of Heroes, I didn't see it as much.
No, there wasn't as much.
It probably still happened there.
There wasn't as much need for money.
No.
In that. There were some boosting
services, yeah.
Yeah.
But then then the game's not that difficult to reach max level in any way.
No, it was mostly about the enhancements.
Yeah. But no, thank you for the heads up. I do appreciate it. We should be fine though. And it just gives me a chance to tell mods to crush their balls. Not that the bots really care, because there's no one on the other end of it anyway. Or there is someone on the other end, but as soon as they've sent the message, they're already out of the stream and into the next stream to spam it. So, Ilya, you came. A warm welcome to Ishgard. Well, as warm as it gets up here anyway. So, are you ready to learn all about my favourite fishing holes? It'll soon be an end to the stormy seasons in Corthus, so we'll be able to fish to our heart's content without being frozen solid. Come back in a little while and I'll show you some of the perfect places to catch the finest fish in the north. Well, I'll be going straight away, because this quest is the one I need to complete. Good to see you, Ilya. I've got some news for you that I think you're going to like. Have you ever heard of a fish called the ice pick? Not only do they have a kick like a Mylodon, they have the wit to give any fisherman a challenge, but cut them into goujons and fry them, or goujons, and fry them until they're golden, and they're just the thing to take away the taste of Gilberon's best brown. Well, a shoal of the beauties have been sighted in a fishing hole I know in the western highlands of Corthus. Let's head over, shall we? I'll meet you by the entrance to the northern entrance to Falcon's Nest. Literally, as I'd so want to watch. Okay, Eskimox, I see that you've had a taste of the life and you're finding everything new, I see. Your
Gray
friend has
much to answer for.
It's not Grey. It was a different friend of Eskimox that introduced them to this. As I introduced them to things too. I got secrets. We all have secrets. Ah, Ilya, you're finally here. I was afraid I'd missed you. To tell you the truth, this young lady and I have just returned from the fishing hole. I'll explain in a second, but first allow me to introduce you. Ilya, meet Raina, a fellow fishing enthusiast. We only just met ourselves. She was just passing by when I spotted the rod strapped to her back and introduced myself. Raina had heard about the ice pick sighting too, and, well, after a bit of mutual rod rattling, we decided to have a little competition. I'm sorry we didn't wait for you, but you know how hot-headed we fishers can be. Of course, I wish I had waited now. By the time I'd managed to catch my first decent-sized ice pick, she'd already raced in the net. How embarrassing for you, and in your own stamping ground too. Why, I'd never been to that fishing hole before in all my life. Yet the fish were practically throwing themselves out the water for me. Kick me while I'm down, why don't you? I demand vengeance, Ilya, and who better to deliver it than the Lady Master Wawalago, called the absolute apex of the angling art. The absolute apex of the what now? The apex of the angling art. The perfect piscatrix. The finest fisherwoman in the firmament. He was talking about you, Ilya. If there's anyone who can wipe that smirk off of Raina's face, it's you can. The pond where you'll find the fish is off to the north. Cross the bridge and keep going till you reach Gorgonane's holding. You should find it easily enough. It's only a stretch of liquid water in the malms. Raina caught 2 ice picks, so you're going to have to catch 3. Already done. Fishing hole where you can find the ice picks is up in Gorgonane's holding. Just head north across the Black Iron Bridge and you'll be there. Raina caught 2 ice picks, you're going to have to catch 3. I'm counting on you, Ilya. Haha! 3 ice picks, and every one a beauty. How'd you like that, Raynor? Who's laughing now? What? I can't believe you beat my record. Alright, I'll admit it. You're a better fisherwoman than me, and thrice as good as Anseline. I may have lost the contest, but it's been wonderful to meet you both. I thought I was the only one who spent her days traveling the realms, taking on what jobs I can to fuel my fishing habit. But now I know there's at least 2 more Ecapurians in the world. So you're the real angling addict, are you, Raynor? No doubt you could tell us some tales that would set our fishing fancying hearts aflutter. Oh, of course. It's the least I can do. The winner of the competition should have a reward, after all. Now, I don't know if there's any truth in this tale, but there's a certain story going around in Dravania that you might find interesting. Not so very long ago, there was a chocobo hunter who found a wounded fish on the shore of the Sea of Clouds. It was a Moogle spirit, known to fishermen in the realms over as the Mantra of the Skies. A hook was through its lip in an unattended rod lying at its side. The hunter took up the rod and freed the fish, but as soon as he did so, the spirit scooped him in its fins and swept him away to an island above the clouds. Not knowing where he was or how to get home, he dropped the line into the clouds while he waited a rescue. Within moments, there was a jerk on the line, and he pulled up a strange fish covered in spines. A few more minutes of fishing, and he had enough of the things to spell out help in Cloudkin. His message was spotted by a passing airship, and the fellow was saved. Well, what do you think? The chocobo hunters tell it to their children as a bedtime story, but I've got a funny feeling there might be more to it than that. But anyway, I can't stand around chatting while there's work to be done. If the story's tickled you, why don't you go and have a look around the Sea of Clouds? If you're lucky, you might catch a few of those helpful fish yourselves. These strange fishing that the chocobo hunter pulled from the clouds. I think I might have an idea of what they were. The Ishgardian nobility used to harvest them for their poison. So much so that we drove them to extinction. Or so I thought until now. Here, Ilya, take some of these. The noblemen used to bait their hooks with these red balloons to catch those fish. If these creatures really are still around, chances are their tastes haven't changed. Balloon bugs spend their days in the skies, but they make their nests in the earth. If you should need any more of them, friendly botanist or miner should be able to dig some out for you. By the way, thank you for today. You really saved my skin. If Raynor had won that contest, I don't think I'd ever would have lived it down. I'm heading back to the Knights to celebrate. See you again soon, Ilya. Alright, I'm gonna do the... I think I can do one more? Yes, I can do one more of the missions and then I'll be ready, Shin.
That's okay. I got some things I'm doing.
Okie dokie.
Which I can't mention because they're spoilers.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. Evening, Ilya. You're just the person I wanted to see. I'm sorry for foisting this on you without any warning, but could I ask a favor of you? You remember that girl, Raina? Well, the one who you beat in the fishing contest? Well, she sent me a message saying she needed an experienced angler to come and fish her out of a spot of hot water. She's been trying her hand at a little chocobo hunting over in Travania. Only she didn't go into details, but it seems some problems cropped up that only a master fisherman can solve. I'd go and lend her a hand myself, but I've some business of my own to attend to that's keeping me in the city for the foreseeable future. Sorry to drop this in your lap like this, but would you mind heading over to my place and seeing what's going on? Lost the present? Oh no. Hopefully you find it, Eskimox. The chocobo hunters work out of the outpost in the Dravanian forelands. Sail feather, they call it. Thanks for taking care of this for me, Ilya. Pass on my best wishes to Raina, won't you? Sorry, just bear with me one moment. Finally, you made it. Thanks for coming, Ilya. Hold on. Where's Anselm? Isn't he with you? No, he's being useless. Didn't think he was up for the challenge, eh? Well, at least he had the good sense to send along a suitable replacement. You're thrice the fisherman that great Galoot is. Or Galot is? Galoot? Galoot. Galoot. He's working out his galoots. And its angling talents, I need to get us out of this mess. For the past few years, I've been coming here to Tailfeather for the start of the hunting season. It's dangerous work, but it has its rewards. Why? Just a couple of weeks of chocobo hunting can keep a girl in balloon bugs for the rest of the year. After a long day's hard work, there's nothing I like better than to head to the riverbank and catch a few carp for the hunter's supper. The problem is, someone's let a school of carnivorous catfish loose in the river, and they're running riots. At this rate, they'll gobble up every fish in the river before the season's out. I've convinced the hunters to try and catch these monsters before it's too late, but they've had no luck so far. It's no surprise, really. Half of them don't even know which bit of the tackle to throw in the water. That's where you come in. I need you to help me catch a few of these whiskey invaders and show these hunters how it's done. What do you say, Ilya? If my master plan works, it's not only the future of our fish suppers that'll be saved for prosperity, but the chocobo hunt itself. After all, you can't catch chocobos on an empty stomach. Isn't that right, Stenny boy? Looks like Stenny's away with the fairies again. I had better stay here and keep an eye on him. We wouldn't want him dossering off into the Willom and giving those nasty catfish something meatier to wrap their teeth around. Do you think you can put my plan into practice yourself? The hunters I sent to catch the catfish should be upstream somewhere. Just follow the river to the north, and when you're sure you'll bump into them sooner or later. They might not have caught any of those pesky pescatarians yet, but they'll they'll know where to find them. I already have the fish. Why am I having to go and talk to them? Oh, did you go and get Mind Blast, by the way?
No,
Oh, okay.
I have been doing the 90 to 100 job or role quests.
Fair enough. You got one of each to 100 then.
I only need to get arranged, physical ranged to 100.
Okay. Well, I'll be. If it isn't that Fisher Rayner's been going on about, the absolute apex of angling or whatever you are. If you're half as good as she claims, we'll have those horrors sorted out in no time flat. These Shadow Whiskers are eating us out of house and home. They ain't native to this area, see? Some lunkhead hunter decided to bring them in special when no one was looking and set them free in the river. And you'd know why he did it? To make the chocobos think twice about crossing the river. So the lazy beggar didn't have to hunt so far. As if some fish is going to scare a 10-full racing bird. The Shadow Whiskers have put fear into the gods into all other river dwellers, though. The fish what have been here all along ain't quick enough to escape them, so the monsters are having a field day, proper gorging themselves like. We've tried all we can to fish them out, but the slippery buggers just won't take the bait. They're headed downriver to hunt, but most of them are holed up around here, in the basin of the 100 Thaws. It's the big ones in the best nick that are the most trouble. If you could show us how to go about catching them, we'll take care of the rest. I reckon 3 big uns should be enough to teach us the knack. Fish them yourself. The fish themselves can give to Rayna. I'm sure she'll find some use for them. Well, you've missed my demonstration. You're not getting it. I'm kind of glad that you can, like, stock them like this. That you don't have to actually fish them up after doing that part of the quest. That would be ridiculous. Well,
Yeah.
not really, but it saves time. The hissing cobbles. The remains of the remaining fragments of the forgotten highway, the hissing cobbles, have been molded into an inextricable march of time. It's neatly arranged grids of stones fading into the earth and dust. The hunters of Tailfeather bitterly call it as such. A tracked quarry have escaped, startled by the hissing sounds of boots grating on the gravel. Oh, another one. Founded by the hunters who came to the frontier in the hopes of snaring the wild chocobos of the forest, this settlement and those who call it home are shielded from the eyes of the dragons by the canopy of the majestic excuse me, stellum trees that rise high above it. How's the Shadow Whisker hunt going? It'll take every trick in the book to lift those monsters out of the water. But you know the book backwards, right? Apparently. Because here they are. Wow, you did it! I knew I could count on you. And the Chocobo hunters saw everything, did they? Not a thing. The lure you chose, how you set your line, the flick of your wrist that set the hook, excellent. Now they have seen how it's done, you can leave the rest to us. We'll have the Willom back to its good old self in no time. One good turn deserves another, but I've exhausted my supply of fascinating fishing stories. How about you, Stenny boy? Any exciting tales of angling and adventurer to tell our good friend Ilya? Aye, I've got just the story for you. Long ago, when me granddad's granddad was but a boy, he met with this travelling trader who'd come from the Far East to flog his wares. Among this merchant's stock was a bucket of wriggling red worms that seemed to glow with heat. Naturally, the boy asked him what they were all about. "Them's magma worms, my son," the merchant said. Or some such Far Eastern patter as to make no difference. Back where I come from, the fisher folk use 'em as bait. Hook 'em to a steel line and drop 'em into a volcano. And you'll pull up fish like which you've never seen. Of course, he said, it's a dangerous game fishing in a pool of molten rock. One false move and you're coming up crispy. Still, there's many back in the east who risk life and limb to make it their business. We call them the famous hellfishers. Just so me great-great-granddad was told. What a story, Sted! Could there really be fish that live in lava? If there are, I want to catch one. Sounds like we need some of those magma worms, though, and I can't say I've ever heard of them. Maybe Anselm would have had an idea where to get a hold of them. He's travelled all over the world, right? If by back of the book you mean the market, then yes. You know it back and front. Yeah. Hey, wait, are you insinuating I didn't catch these fish that I just bought them, Kuro? How dare you? These are all caught by my hand. I spent hours. Actually, catching these bastards took me a long time. I hated trying to catch them. I fairly certain I was standing around for like 2 hours trying to catch the fish I needed. They just weren't fucking biting. They're pieces of shit. Welcome back, Ilya. Judging from that satisfied smile on your face, I'd say you've managed to solve Raina's little problem. I knew you could do it. You have something to ask of me? By all means, fire away. It only gets worse. Yeah, I can imagine. Red glowing worms? You're not going to believe this, but I've had a few of those magma worms of yours here in my pocket. Pair of adventurers were in here earlier, a botanist and a miner selling their diggings. I brought a few of the wrigglers off of them that fit that description. I thought they might make decent fishing bait, but it seems they're not cut out for the cold. As soon as they hit the water, they turn hard as rock. Perhaps they'd fare better in the heat. Here, consider them a reward for taking care of that business with Raina for me. If you're thinking of trying your hand at this hell fishing game, Dravani is your best bet. There's a string of volcanoes in the forelands up where the dragons dwell. Just promise me you won't go getting yourself killed, alright? I mean, I may as well pick up the quest. Eager your assistance in a matter of life and death. Uh-oh. Ah, Ilya, your timing is impeccable as ever. Listen, we've got a bit of a problem here, and I'm going to need your help to get it sorted out. This gentleman here is an old friend of mine from back home, in the Dempsey of House Rogue, Rogue Carpe? I've known him since I was a boy. The problem is, home isn't looking so homely anymore. It all started when the Lord of Rogue Carpe Manor passed away. By all laws and customs, control of the estate should have passed onto the hands of the elder of his two sons. But the fellow is away on his travels right now and has little interest in returning to the estate. Of course, until he officially renounces his title or turns up dead, someone has to take charge of the house affairs. Hence his younger brother, the late Lord's second son, has assumed control as Lord Regent. But the boy is a dunderheaded fool. Where his Lord Father was well respected by the small folk for his just and generous rule, this egotist rules only for himself, terrorizing the populace with increasingly outlandish demands. Take my friend here. For many years he has worked as the manor's head chef, feeding that monster from the day he slipped from the breast. But even that hasn't been enough to spare him for his new master's spite. The Lord Regent plans to hold a banquet to welcome an envoy from the Holy See and has demanded to be served a platter of letter puffer, a fish that has been extinct for years. And should my friend fail to provide the fish, his head will grace the platter in its place. I cannot let him get away with this. There's nothing for it. I'm going to have to... Oh wait, you are the son that won't go home. Might there be another way? Ilya, I beg of you, could you catch one of these letter puffs for me? It's a matter of life and death. The creatures may have been fished to extinction in Ishgard, but there's still a chance they survive to this day somewhere further afield. If only we knew more about their movements. We must speak with someone who has an encyclopedic knowledge of the migration habits of cloudfish. I know. Sisapu. Well, while Largo's out fishing, she's always got her head in an almanac. Maybe she knows where to find them. My life is in your hands, milady. If there's any help you can offer me, I'd be most obliged. If it's a letter puffer the Lord Regent wants, then it's a letter puffer he'll get. But he won't get away with threatening my friends. By the time I'm finished with him, it'll be he who shall be the endangered species. It looks like there's a sibling rivalry, because I'm 99% sure he is the son that refuses to go home. Anyway, back to Lindsay. I'll at least get this to the point where I need to catch the fish. Well, look what the catfish dragged in. It's nice to see all that fame and fortune you found as a master fisherman hasn't stopped you from paying your old instructors a visit. What can I do for you, Ilya? Yeah, there's no need to be passive-aggressive, Sisapu. You want to know about letter puffers? Then you've come to the right place. When you went to Corthus and caught those cloud cutters, it made me realize the guild was lacking in its learning about cloudkin. So I brought up every book I could find and read them all from cover to cover. Letter puffers are a type of flying fish that are packed to the gill with a potent poison. Slice out the venom sac and their meat makes for a tingling taste sensation. But a prick in the wrong place and you won't be leaving the latrine for a week. As for their migration habits, I'm sure I read something. Yes. Westerlilies. Whenever a weather vane swung to the west, the Ishgardian nobles would go out in force to catch as many as they could. After they caught a fair few, all right, by all accounts they fished the poor puffers to extinction, in Ishgard, anyway. It could be that they still colonize the clouds further west, over the Dravanian territory. Try asking around over there, someone might be able to tell you more. Uh-oh. Well, to the Mog home.
You go into the Mog home.
That's where my fishing quest has taken me, yes.
Well then, may God have mercy on your soul.
True. May it have it on yours as well.
I'm not going there.
Maybe Mog home is coming to you.
No.
Yes.
No. Just no.
Do I just need to speak to the Moogles and hope I find the right one? I have the most important job and difficult jobs in Mog home, watering the flowers, Kupo. Can't put too much. You can't put too much. You can't put too little. Truly, it is an art form. You ever seen a splendid flower, Kupo? I water it every day. I can't wait to see it grow even more. Go on, stare at me if you must, Kupo. I have grown accustomed to such gazes of unadulterated adoration. Creatures of my surpassing beauty are rare in the lands below, I should imagine. Sure, okay. Narcissus. Nope. Not you. Oh, there, okay. Mogto. Alright. You're looking for a letter puffer, Kupo? Then Mogox the Moogle for you. He's a dyed-in-the-fur fishing fanatic, Kupo. One time he was out among the floating islands for so long, by the time he thought of heading home, they'd all moved around, and he couldn't find his way back. So you know what he did? He got his rod out and started fishing again, Kupo. He was here in Mogholm not so long ago, but he flew off to the north. He's not the fastest flyer, so if you leave now, you'll be able to catch up with him. Good luck, Kupo. Kupo. Stay away, Kupo. I've got a rod. I'm not afraid to use it. Hold on. What's that appetizing aroma? You look like an Ura, but you smell like a fish. Who in the world are you? It actually recognized what race I am. Wow. You're a fellow fisherman looking for a letter puffer. Well, why didn't you say so, Kupo? Any angler obsessive enough to come all the way up here just for a fish is a friend of mine, and I think I've got some good news for you. Those letter puffers are alive and well, and they're right here in the churning mists. Why, I caught one myself a few moons back. It looked so delicious, I ate it up right there and then. Never again, Kupo. Those fish aren't just toxic, they're tricky too. I've only ever managed to catch the one, and even that was an accident. A terrible, bowel-twisting accident. If you do manage to catch a letter puffer that's fit for a banquet, I'd like to take a look at it. Right, well, I can now catch that. Um,
I
you...
am almost done.
Okay, that's cool. In that case, I'm going to continue just handing in some quests. I'm going to go and do Drop Dead Shiva. Moment. Time to go and say hello to Urionje. "'Tis not the first time I have seen thee stride into the waking sands wearing such a look. Thou art as an open book, Ilya, wherein the tale of thy victory is writ large. In her redoubled strength I glimpsed the dark hand of the Paragons, her return and her very defeat serveth merely to continue the escalating cycle of conflict. Full glad am I of thine all-surpassing martial skill, Ilya. Yet still more glad would I be they were not required. What that the Lady Isart could be made to abandon her misbegotten crusade, till she be thus converted, or else slain, the people of Ishgard will know no peace. Be not disheartened. One day, by thine lights, the darkness within and without shall be purged, and the Ascians shall taste lasting defeat. We need only have faith. Also, no more quests from Urionje for now. That's all of them done. Hey, the Maelstrom rank went up. The free company, at the very least. We are allied with the Maelstrom. How does one become allied with the other ones? We'll get that up.
You need to
have
basically
members, have people in that grand company do things for them?
No, you would need to change your free company's allegiance.
Right, okay. Is there any specific reason for having them all as allied? Does it get anything, or...?
No, not really. I mean, you kind of get some benefits. There's unique items and stuff, but Sorry, I'm in the middle of a
No,
duty.
you
So
you finish what you're doing. I didn't actually get a proper look at that. I did not realize that was on the weapon. That's pretty cool. Alright, let me sort all of this stuff. Alright. Alright. Interesting. Alright. Let us desynthesize these. I want to desynthesize halcyon rod. Excuse me.
right, sorry. A few minutes and I'll be able to move over.
Yep, yep. Let me acquire that. Oh, yeah, don't need that. What I am going to do is sell these. Alright. Go to the meeting point.
Okie dokie.
Alright, I didn't misread that name. Alright.
What?
Someone's got the
Windy
player
Bottom.
name
Okay.
Windy Bottom. I mean, it's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, so many cutscenes.
Oh no, cutscenes. Whatever will you do?
Oh no. Story content that I played the game for.
Yeah, how could
Why
they give
must
that?
I suffer so?
Why must I suffer for my sins? Agron!
So what, we're gonna do the roulettes for a bit, or
Yeah, we can do
just
the
your book,
roulettes
or
and do... Well, depends what I've got on my book that I need to do, really, doesn't it? No, just still the same two. I've just you know, there's a lot of still stuff I need to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind when we could do roulettes. I think just doing the book more than anything, because if it's the roulettes, I'd only want to do the leveling ones anyway to try and get my other classes up.
okay.
So just doing the books will be fine. Right, whacking that out and getting other stuff sorted, so... Are you here to see my new mount?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I will let you witness it in person. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Give it to 8, so we just need to do one more thing. Which is either Urath's for fonts or the containment bay.
Okie dokie, transferring over to your server now.
Alrighty. I'm in the usual meeting
I can
ground.
see where you are. You're streaming, remember? I can see what you're doing.
I'm fishing. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not.
This is but a recording that you're watching. I am but a recording. Did I tell you about the problems I had with Amazon this week?
Some of it. I think.
Oh, well, they left the parcel outside of the flat building. The complex.
Really?
Yeah.
Christ.
Like, I'm lucky that I was in and actually waiting for it and watching the delivery on the map. Otherwise, anyone could have walked along and picked it up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shin. I appreciate it, buddy.
That's alright. At least other people aren't turning up to do the same.
True. But I'm not going to grow any larger. Tati is made an Ura as well. Female, same subspecies as me.
Okay. Not
Anyway.
drawn by the allure of the Thailander then.
No, they saw dragonic type thing and went with that. But yes, I have a mount.
Oh, that one.
I did not see that was there. You gonna jump on?
Don't you need to be in a party to do that?
That is true, yes. You are correct. I'm honestly surprised you actually got on.
Not happy about it.
Oh wow, he got in. I'm not... Did you know that it played the music, Shin?
I didn't have it turned up.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, it plays the Good King Mogulmog song from the trial.
I just... Yeah. What else can I say?
How dare you sneeze upon my Chocobo carriage? Alright, let's get some stuff going. Unrestricted. I'm just gonna blast through this.
Wait.
Way better than the chicken. Well, I need to see what I need to do first, so... Oh, well... Fitting.
Yeah.
Squirrel eater. Thanks, Shin.
Wasn't for you. Quick enough. I never should probably turn this thing. Damn it!
Bye!
Because you found it funny. That's why.
I think we gotta kill the gyro spoon.
Let me try and target the tail first.
No, both of them are indestructible. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright, good. No, why? Don't know how I didn't get knocked off. Why are you... No! My swift cast has come up to cooldown again.
Finally, taking damage again. Ugh.
That was...
I hate that fight.
I'm surprised. It's rough. That's the naval. Not hard, extreme. Excuse me. That's font. Or Earth's font. Alright, that took longer to load than I was anticipating. That's annoying to keep that, but sure. The binding coil turn 5. We just double check just to make sure. Yeah, the binding coil turn 5.
Windmania.
Indeed. Broken legs.
Right, don't need legs, right?
Apparently. The ties of the bind. Seems I missed some things in chat. I should keep that. There's at least two. There's potentiality of 2 lines there.
Hmm.
Yeah. We should be able to do the Arm of the Sun and the Eye of the Creator, right? Unsynced. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's go. It's trials. No, it's not. They're considered
Raids.
They're considered raids, aren't they?
Yeah.
I said what? The Eye of the Sun.
I think it was the arm of the sun and the eye of the creator.
Oh, the Arm of the Sun. Oh, it's this one. Alright. This is the one that jails people. Not that it matters for us, but... Oh, maybe it does matter. Oh, thanks, how dare you! Fire. Thank you. Almost. The Eyes of the Creator.
Yep. That's the terrible fight.
Yeah. Oh, some of them survived.
Just.
Backflip! did not realize my Malefic had reached full Malefic. Alright.
Your what had done who? The
My damaging ability as the Astrologian has reached full Malefic. I did not realize he had reached that high. Oh, well. Didn't get a single line.
The curse of the demon child strikes.
Indeed.
I managed to get one line this week.
Ah.
Probably because I keep threatening to smack the crap out of her.
Maybe. Alright, who do I give it to? Could give it to Thaumaturge. Or Machinist. Let's give it to Machinist. Oh, these are a lot of stories, but they just seem so not like connected with each other or anything. But Chloe knows you tried your bestest for her, so here, take this. Chloe still likes you a lot, you know.
You know what I mean?
Passive aggressive much?
Yeah. It's like, oh, right, yeah, you've gone out and done all this shit for me, but, you know, it's not as good as I want it to be, but... Okay, fine, I'll give you something. Abusive little child.
Thanks so much for the stories, Ilya. Chloe knows you'll have more stories in you, so please come back and tell me more, okay? Well, next week. Alright then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go and continue on the Hildebrand and get that done so we can get to the main quest lines again.
Okie dokie. I will drop party if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, go for it. Trying to get your machinist.
Yes. I need
What
pretty
point?
much a full level.
Yep. Good luck.
And I need a lot of tomestones.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Good luck. Hopefully you don't have to queue for too long.
I don't need luck. I need XP.
Oh, we'll continue doing this as Gunbreakers. We started these with Gunbreaker.
Ooh. 22-minute wait.
Oh. Dear may be the only man who has yet to drink from the well of madness. Gazebos to call our own. Gazebo to call our own. Oh dear. Oh dear. That you stand here before me is proof that Helone smiles on me this day. I have need of your assistance, Ilya, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray that you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed and now missing and presumed dead Knights of the Heaven Wards. Oh, okay. None have returned to the capital since all that unpleasantness began. Yet recently we have heard rumours of these honoured seers walking the streets. Honoured sirs walking the streets. 'Tis hearsay most foul, I say. I mean, to get to the bottom of it. But we will need all the help we can get, which means, fury take me, we need to benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he'll show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mamet! Mamet! Yes, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... Praise Halone. For a moment I was afraid that... you'd make me beg. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors. And if I can't... It's a 4 times manner. Come on, my goopy boy. We go. Oh no. But why, Papa Hildy? Little Gigi's been a very naughty girl. Because, Gigi, such behavior is unbecoming a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? Why is it unbecoming a gentleman? Ah, Inquisitus here. Ilya, good evening to you both. Are you come as adoring fans or on business? Business. Always business. You may be rest assured. Then I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am at your service. Is it a robbery? Murder? Tax evasion? Okay. Well, I think you mean avoidance. Yes. I mean, he mixed evasion and avoidance together there, didn't he?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Evasion? Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? Much as it pains me to admit, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins... No, he's not Hildebrand, but okay. Attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Now, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo, as are we all, but it belongs to Lord Edmond. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmond, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy, and does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle too? Oh, Gigi, don't you see? We have no need of kettles or gazebos. As gentlemen inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, and where the red fern grows or the wild roses blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmond's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Thank you for the Hydra, Eskimox. Gazebos are quite expensive and dangerous if not domesticated. Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors, free to travel the length and breadth of Eorzea in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath a gazebo? I guess. If it's a case you want, then you need not go far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as knights of the Heaven's Ward. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of these great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their expenses to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter will be greatly appreciated. And for its... Oh. Excuse me. Appreciated. And for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor. Say no more. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am well versed in the ways of the fairer sex. Since when? Uh-oh. Mummy, Mother dearest, I was under the assumption you had departed for Uldar. You made me yawn. I'm sorry, as commands. And leave my beloved boy to keep on playing being an inspector, as well as a father to a bloody mammoth? Bugger me, you're coming home right this instant. How can you say such things? It is my life's calling to be an inspector, and Giggy is my son. He is a Manderville man. Grand as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from the fiend's most foul. Come, Nashu, come, Giggy. We shall demonstrate to my mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice. Charles balls, he's stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry ass of a father. I trust you lots will help me, help to keep him out of trouble, right? Right then. Come along. We do not question. Well, that could have gone better. And worse, let's not keep them waiting. We do not question the ways of Julia.
You do not question anything when it comes to her.
No. Lest you end up being hit in the face with a frying pan. Please, do not think me so foolish as to fall for their charade. From what I heard from the others, said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the Heavens Ward. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my dear Sir Adderfell's face. Oh, wherever could he be? He's dead. He became a primal and died.
By your hand.
By Shin's hand. I am truly outside her grace. My allowance all gone to waste on those... I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumours are true. Mayhap I must need accept that he now walks in Halone's halls. No, he's gone to hell. What's in the seven?
There's probably a worse fate for him, but...
Really?
Yeah. But I'm not going to say much more than that.
Okay. What in the seven hells is so damn appealing about getting paid a pittance to do the Watcher's job for him? Humph. Who needs a gazebo? I do. There must be at least one fair maiden who can tell us something of value. If the knights aren't supposed to, you know, then why are they so popular with the highborn ladies? Because they break their vows, because... why wouldn't they?
It's the fact that they're not meant to.
Yeah.
It's the allure of the rule breaking.
Yes. I can say one thing with absolute confidence. They're all quite mad. I demand satisfaction. Swift and terrible vengeance. How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions to line their pockets with gil? If Sir Sherbert were here, he'd purge the lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Ah, yes, a pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity.
Yes, sickness must be purged.
Papa Hildy, Papa Hildy. That grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have but one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never, ever call her that. At least, not yet. Promise? Yes, father, I promise not to call Grandmama Julianne Grandmama Julianne. Greetings, milady. Oh, ain't you a charmer? And here I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy? Ah, my faithful assistants. Have you gleaned any new information? Other than the fact that these women scorned seem to detest the fake knight with every fibre of their being. Those two women were telling me all about what they'd do if they'd cornered Sir. Is this the best ye can do, then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies? And ye call yourself a Manderville man? I assure you, Mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestries of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unravelling with the tug of a single loose thread. I say, young lady, I would beg of you a moment of your time. Somehow, I doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek. Aye, 'tis true. I was taken in by the false promises of those awful, awful men. Long have I yearned for a chance to meet Sir Veleguain, and so when they said I finally could, I didn't hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, I looked upon the hideous faces of these so-called Grand Sirs. I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but their neighbours said they overheard them speaking about seeking shelter in a place called Idleshire. I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search. My lady, I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. Huzzah! There, cheers for 3 cheers for Papa Hildy. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray. And there you have it. Our quarry can be found in Idleshire. Come, my loyal assistants. Justice awaits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I've never heard of this Idleshire, have you? Yes, it's a meeting place we spend a lot of time in. You mean we're to travel to the Dravinian hinterlands? Right now? Just like that? Rendezvous with Hildebrand in Idleshire. Away we go. To whatever madness is about to ensue. I have a bad feeling about this because of Mox's reactions. Or it's going to be utterly glorious. Whatever it is, it's not going to be boring.
It'll be something.
Indeed. Ooh, can I keep one? I promise I'll walk him and feed him and put fresh herbs in his mask every day. Nashu wants a pet goblin, okay. This place feels somehow familiar, but I can't possibly have come here before, right? Bloody waste of time. So, that was a harrowing journey during which I felt certain I would die horribly, or at least be forced to part ways with my precious bits. Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of her uplander and gobby citizens. Well, yes, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones. Excuse me. But they were no match for Lady Julianne and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make the bad gobbies fly again. Oh, sake, Hildy. Accepting Ilya, this lot would be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense! I would never let any harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Idleshire. My keen inspector senses tell me that one of them has knowledge of the false knights we seek. Oh, sir. She's just having a bad day, mate.
He's hanging out with Hildebrand.
Yeah. Just having a bad time in general. Shuck. Yes, yes. Loud jocks knows of grand sirs. Sneaky uplanders keep to selves. Mingle not with gobby flock, but each to own. Loud jock says, no questions, only jingly shine. Oh, you must be talking about them Grand Sirs. They drifted into Idleshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay visits to the Great Library, though I couldn't tell you why. You know, I should probably find everyone and speak to them before continuing. Could it be? Why were you sniffing? And tell me you're getting a nose for clues. Here. Where on earth is everyone? They've all disappeared. Jin, where are you hiding them?
They don't always appear as NPCs you can talk to in every occasion.
Yeah, no, I know. Alright, well. Oh no, I found Hildebrand and Guy. There, I found them. I was just blind. How blessed these goblins and treasure hunters and adventurers must feel to have the freedom to pursue their dreams and live as they see fit. Hooray for everything.
Everything is awesome.
No, everything is okay. A sorrier-looking city of vagabonds, cutthroats, and charlatans I've never seen. Don't you fall in with them, you hear? Too late. Too late. Oh, even more name day gifts for me? Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep themselves in that building of theirs south of Round Post. You'd best watch out, though. They're a dangerous bunch, liable to kill you for as looking at them cockeyed. It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad. But are you perchance the long-lost twin sister of an Ishgardian noblewoman? What? Look behind you. A three-headed Gobu. Oh, okay. It's the same woman that we spoke to. Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old... Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? Hey, Hildebrand. If only we had testimony of a concerned citizen, which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the market. Good show, Ilya. There. That's the one. Come. Let us inform the others. Oh no. Oh no. 'Twould seem that none is home. There is naught we can do but wait them. Papa Hildy, I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama Nashu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here. You might be right, Giggy. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in? As I live and breathe. As I live and shikok. Oh,
Does
wait.
he live in what?
Shikok. Shock. I'm assuming it's meant to be breathe. I didn't realize that when they went shock, they're actually saying breathe.
Suspicious.
Suspicious? Sure. Auspicious, maybe. Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville. Could that be? I say, could that be Slowfix coin toss? Do you know this, Gobby Inspector? I most certainly do. Why, Master Slowfix was my very first employer. Pshaw. When travelling through Thanalan long ago, Gobbyflock was waylaid by Uplander bandits. With no jiggly shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to backtake goods. Until we make busy deal with Gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness, he finds Uplander bandits and bring much bangy boom, and returns to goodly Gobby's missing goods and great justice. Henceforth, Snowfix gains new appreciation for Uplanders, but for chance encounter with Gentleman Uplander, he never conceive of Eglatranian utopia. Pshaw. One may even claim Hildy a founding father of Idleshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is. Oh, the memories. It was a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid. But in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand, and as they say, boom gobby doom. Cool. No busy deals for the wicked. No busy deals indeed. But, leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix, just look at what you and your flock have made of these ruins is making me big eyes. Yes, shock. Gobby flock has come long ways since wandering days, but we have not forgotten Gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand-lending. Well, far be it from me to refuse. My son Giggy has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice. Why settle for gazebo when perfectly good estate right behind you? Residents of building in arrears and snowflakes happy to evict them. But we were just pursuing the fiend who lived in this suspicious of defrauding young women. Fraud in Snowfix's egalitarian utopia. This he will not abide. All the more reasons to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay instead of grandsires. No need for jingly shine either. Huzzah! A giant gazebo to call our own. I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix. Thank you. No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gobbyflock is possessed of a moral obligation to repay Gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo, and good luck with hunt for grandsires. Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it? I can think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion, and perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas. Oh no. Now he's gone and got himself a sodding gazebo. Bloody hells. If he really thinks I'm gonna let him keep on playing at being a father... Uh-oh. Juliana's not happy. Oh, there's paints. Ah, Iggy is quite the artist. Still no signs of the notorious Grand Sirs. I dare say we are going to need more paint. Oh no. Oh no. What's gonna happen?
Now, you remember Mox saying, "Please don't tell me that's permanent."
Yeah.
It's permanent.
Oh, what? Their emblem on the side of the house.
Yes. It's still there.
That's absolutely hilarious. And it's only there if you do this quest line.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. It's perfect. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to pause it there very quickly. I want to grab a drink, buy a break, so we'll be back in a second. Alright, YouTube, we are back. Let's see what other madness is happening here. I think these guys are always standing here, are they not? I was died in the calamity, but Notch Bones saved me. I'll never leave his side. I own my life. This place ain't nothing like Uldar. Sure, that place might be more established, but Idleshire is a much nicer place to live. Alright. Even suppose I were to turn a blind eye to his shenanigans, this is no place to raise a child. That old woman must have followed us here from Ishgard. She's involved in this. That much is clear. The question is, how? How do you like my family crest? Oh, maybe I should have also painted Grandpapa, Grandpapa Godbert, and Milady Julian. Gigi's so talented, just like her grandpapa. Hildebrand has never been a patient man. Don't trust anyone over 60. Uh-oh. Much as it pains me to admit, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could do with a spot of tea. Hey, Inspector, is it just me, or have those two been looking at us for the past few minutes? Oh, 'tis quite normal behaviour for my adoring fans, I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee. Or maybe, just maybe, they're the Grand Bloody Sirs. Come on, they're getting away. you're still following, Julian. Alright, away I go. Oh, the quest is taking me outside. Okay. Oh, the duckies. Lots of ducks. Oh, they went the other way, on the other side of the bridge. Oh. Huh. Someone's missing. We've lost the Gigi. Where could those two have got to?
Sure, he'll show up somewhere.
I'm sure. Huh. Spare the flaming rod, spare the flaming rod, spoil the milksop. Fury take me. I haven't run like that since Sherlabot chased me up and down the steps of faith, brandishing a flaming... Wait, where is Gigi? Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions. You have nowhere to run. Reveal yourselves at once. I shall not ask you again. Come forth, grand sirs, name yourselves and answer for your misdeeds. Slayer a thousand worms, the silver spear with which hath pierced the very heavens, all land. Master of magics ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all maladies save sense and incontinence. Gon's path. Grand Sirs Excelsior. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Mayhaps both. Grand Sirs, you stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses. I hereby inflict upon them thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am come on behalf of these poor defenseless innocents, and to see that no other are made to suffer as they did. Nay, lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. Ha! The audacity of this boy! You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. Oh, Nashi. You'll rue this day and rue it hard. That is impressive. Gods, how I've missed this. The air streaming past, the blood pumping, and the taste of copper on my lips. Slight dizziness. It was on a day like this that we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. Do mine eyes deceive me? Pig's neigh of my heart, descended from Helone's halls to guide me to her bosom? My beloved, my everything, long have I waited for this moment. Take me in your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher! Did he just jump himself into heaven? Higher, higher, higher! What on earth? What? Orland! 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 Oh. Alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest, but he seemed a decent man. Chicanery and attempted murder notwithstanding. You'll rue this day and rue it hard. Oh no. He let go of his spear. Oh, he died mid-attack. Oh no. The poor man. Wait. I've seen this before, all too recently. Yes, anyway. He's only mostly dead if the Master of Magics... if the Master of Magics and ancient... of Magics ancient and awesome, here acts with all haste, he may yet be saved. Yeah, we're talking about you, sir. Oh, you're referring to me. I see, I see. With all haste, was it? Yes, yes, I'll get right on that. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite... Oh, wait, that's no good. Let me see. Something of a rather less controversial tradition, yes. Something with more pep. A vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh. And smite my foes! foes? I thought you were friends. Ah, oh, sir. The Saint Rionetti bugging me with a bleeding Galeborg. My back. My back! Grr. Could seem I've underestimated you lot. That makes two of us. Enough. Leave them be. I do not care what becomes of this mammoth. Gigi, but when? How? Oh. I thought I recognized you. First in Ishgard, then in Idleshire. You've been following us since we've left the capital. Bearer of faces fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow hath deceived kings and queens. Durays! Or Dories. You can't possibly have been so naive to think we'd not seen through your ridiculous disguises. And yet, here you are, so effortlessly and so easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful. Mind, my companions are hardly cut for the life on the road. All has been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes. From the first, the objective of this grand design has been this singular mammoth. I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way... We have no desire to hurt the boy, but we are required to help reclaim that which is rightfully ours, our youth. Oh, confound it, I can't see. Damn, they're slowly getting away. The twitch. Papa Hildy! Gurgi! Stay strong, my son. I swear, I shall find you. Hildebrand, they're right there. Going away very slowly. Chase them down and you'll catch them. Oh my god. Fine job he did protecting that mammoth of his, eh? Do you think they're headed back, they're headed for the old mill? If not, we can't go anyway. I haven't had a cider in ages. Okay, Nashi. Remind me again why we didn't just, you know... 12 strike me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the Grand Sirs that I failed to discern their true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again? I suppose we ought to be prepared, or we ought to be prepared for the worst. They could be halfway to Redda's hand by now. I doubt it. I very much doubt that, given that they were moving at an adamantoise pace. Little Milksop's right. Let's get after the old buggers. Huh? That's what my mentor used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories. A great mauler bow. You're very tiny for being a great mauler bow, but okay.
Great doesn't necessarily mean size.
Jesus fucking Christ, you son of a bitch.
Did you forget I was here?
No! I didn't. Build around. Oh, there they are. Let me guess. Wondering why I haven't gone and smacked him upside the head and just put an end to this rubbish, eh? There's a time for cracking skulls and a time for letting your idiot son deal with his troubles on his own. That's why. Think he's sleeping or just resting his eyes? We mustn't act rashly. If they realize they're being watched, they may attempt to flee again. Very slowly. Oh, they're right here. Not death. That's not death. Was that? Ah, see, death stalks at every turn. I mean, I'm just standing in amongst you, but okay. So, it seems the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them. How ironic. Also how premature. We have them, yes, but they still have Gigi. Damn it, if only some manner of opportunity will present itself. Ask and ye shall receive. We can ambush that Weazen Dragoon, take him hostage and demand an exchange. Inquisitor Sir, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, we shall approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Ilya. Ilya will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir, then relieve him of his armor. How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Ilya. And I just readily agreed to it. Okay. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I?
At this point, you've already been swept away by the wave that is Hildebrand.
True.
You can either struggle against it and die, or just go with the flow and you might just survive.
Diving headfirst in.
Yeah.
Ah, I knew you'd... Wait, who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms, those strong yet tender-looking fingers. Oh no. Oh no! No! Oh! The flashbacks! No! Why? I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young lady? There's this lingering ache, this tension that Gonspat can't seem to soothe with his magics. Remove my breastplate? Oh, of course, how silly of me. Pray lend me a hand with the straps. Truly, young lady, you are a saint. Ah, I swear. It's the little things that you begin to appreciate. My dearly departed wife used to help me with my armor, you know. Right, right. I should be seated to better receive your tender ministrations. I mean, okay, this could have been worse, but still. Ah, the healing tingle. Once I would that I had a tincture of salamander with which to treat these aches. A little pigsy used to spread some of my my little pigsney used to spread some of my chest and under my nose to help me sleep through the nights. Come, do not be shy. Work those soothing fingers into each and every knot, slowly. Make me forget my troubles. Harder, harder, higher, higher. Close your eyes and dream. And snore. The old dragoon's soft snoring suddenly stops. You begin to fear you may have bore witness to his final moments. Leaning closer, you extend the faintest finger, only to stop short when a sudden spasm signals the resumption of his labored breathing. Steel Orland's Sabatoons. Or Sabatons. With the utmost care, you remove Orland's sabatons and breeches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements and at the mercy of the nearby ravenous bears and tentacled marbles. May he rest in peace. All right, Hildebrand, you've got your armor. Now what are you gonna? Now what are you planning? Up, 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 up. Ah, my stalwart assistant. By your return, I gather you have taken care of the dragoon. And by taking care, I mean offered him all due courtesy as befitting the man in his years, whilst returning with his equipment I require. Capital. Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Giggy from captivity. But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. O ye of little faith, you are in for a treat, for you shall have a front row seat to this magnificent display of Mandervillian guile and subterfuge. Uh-oh. Hey, is it time for dinner yet? We just ate, you daft bugger. Where's the hell is Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but damn it, he could at least be quick about it. But why are you walking from that way when they saw him walk off the other way? Greetings, my fellow Mandervillians. I have returned. Oh, bollocks. It's about time. Okay, no, that's bollocks. Pick up your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes. Before we do that, we must first release young Gigi here. For his behaviour, I'm becoming a gentleman to keep a child in cages. Keep children in cages. What in the seven hells are you blathering about? He's going to get away! No, he will not. See? See? Still here and within my care. Right then. On a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy on me with a brief sojourn into the wilderness. Fury take me, it's working. He's about to walk out of there with Gigi, and they won't even try to stop him. So far, so good. Uh-oh. I'm cold. And these and there are more balls after me. It's me! But you're, I'm me, but you're also me. But that can't be unless... That it is. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, my dearest Pigsney. We'll be together at last. What the... Imposter! How dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed? It could be... and it could take a minstrel's blush. What? Can make a minstrel... Make a minstrel's blush. Ye gods, I never realised dying would hurt so much. Now's our chance. Gigi, come with me. Vivi, wait! My son, what's gotten into you? Vivi. Vivi. Where have we heard that name before? Remember who you are, Vivi. What you are. A creation of the great Charlatan Archmagus Quan. Quan. I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now. We lived together and he taught me many things about the outside world. I'm going to attempt an early-ish night, so probably be back in an hour if you're still on. Good night, miss you both. Take it easy, Eskimox.
I keep saying ain't better.
You have played 9, haven't you? Even though you didn't like it.
Yes.
What was the name of the character that used the giant spoon?
Coiner.
Would eat things. Coiner.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's different from what they're referring to, but I mean, to be honest, no?
Quina didn't raise Vivi in 9.
No, they didn't. But this entire quest line is a reference to 9.
Yes. Vivi was raised by a member of the same species who was called Quan.
Oh, okay. What?
And you remember what Vivi was, right?
Well, yeah, it was all of the quote-unquote black mages were automatons of some kind. Or they
artificial life, yeah.
Artificial life, they were constructs, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were all all of the other ones were manufactured, and he was the only one that seemed to have a personality. Or at least wasn't following his programming that they were meant to have.
No, not really.
Okay.
There were others.
I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I played that game.
Yeah, no, there was a Black Mage village.
Oh, yes, there was. You're right. I remember that much.
Hmm.
What? What exactly do you remember, my son? Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Kuan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Kuan abandoned me. He believed you were flawed, Vivi, that you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again. And so, in his ignorance, he cast you out and died all alone. To turn back the hands of time? Then what we witnessed in the Crozier with the Duke's priceless vase? That power could be brought to bear on people? But wait. How do you know all of this? You couldn't have possibly been associated with this Archmagus Quan. We found his journals during one of our many trips into the Great Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match. But no soldier has the strength to triumph over time, And before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. So we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best, until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine our surprise when we stumbled upon an opportunity of a lifetime. A second lifetime, as it were. A mammoth with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state. To turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth. Fury, take me. Fury, take me. This is also... I don't even know if there was a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy. We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we were determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance. For a second chance was within reach, and then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us and we can help you to unlock your true potential. Just think of what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restoring life to Archmagus Quan. V. Impossible. No magics can truly return the dead to us. At best, you can animate a corpse. And I need not review the precepts to declare that the products of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury. Ikiki, wait. What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You are a Mandervillian mammoth. You have always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that, but Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try. What are you doing? They're getting away. We have to stop them. Mayhap, we must respect Gigi's decision. So that's the end of that chapter, eh? You're giving up and coming back home? I too made a decision long ago to become a travelling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Mayhaps it is this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. Aye, it falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps to the righteous path and only utilize traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. Inquisitor Seer, I must applaud your dedication to your work, and cannot thank you enough for all you have done on our behalf. Yet I fear if we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuits with the Grand Seers for a time, that I might afford the opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. I knew you would understand. Right then, there is no time to waste, Natsu. Let us retire to our new gazebo and discuss our plans. I suppose it'd be a shame had he given up that easily. Though that means I'll have to stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make them young again, then oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. Hey there, buddy. I said I'd suspend my pursuits, and I will. But that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard. Oh, back to Ishgard we go. Taking the hobbits to Isengard. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Taking the mammoths to Ishengard.
True. Ah, I see you saw fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, many, including many of the Charlayan origin. And I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This is, of course, all for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that? As if to imply that my interest in these matters is more than a professional one. I'm sure I don't know what you're not talking about. But thank you, Ilya. That will be all. Bum bum ba-da-da-dum bum. See you, Inspector. Oh, Hildebrand. And we'll start the next one another time. Because it's kind of getting late, and I'm probably going to want to get some sleep soon.
Sleep?
Sleep, yes.
Why would you do that?
Because of food shopping tomorrow. That's why.
Almost a legitimate excuse.
Yeah, almost.
After you and Mox have done the Hildebrands for this, there is another one. Another quest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll direct you to it at the time.
Sure. How far through are we for this series? How far through am I for this series? I don't know about Mox.
Good question.
I'm imagining we're probably close to the end. I'm expecting. I think there was, what, 4 last time?
Yeah. Because there's more than one actual quest in each little chapter.
Yeah. I mean, that was the 3rd chapter that I'd done, so...
Yeah. Yeah, the next lot is the final batch.
Right.
Yeah, so there's 2 quests basically,
Okay.
but a lot happens.
Yeah. That's cool. Might end up doing it tomorrow then. I am not 100% sure. Smiley can't join for Halo tomorrow.
Okay.
So I either need to figure out something else. Or figure out something else with Atmisk and Hunter, or I'll just end up playing this.
Okay. Well, if you're on here, let me know over Discord.
Will do. Will do.
I better get back to my own server.
Yep.
I got bored of waiting for queues. So I'll probably try and do those during the day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I may be on during the day tomorrow.
Okay.
I just got a load of stuff that I know that I do need to take care of, so... Right then. Back to Limb Series. Oh, my ventures done? It's a good question. They'll be complete in 7 hours.
Well, that's 7 hours more you have to play.
Well, no,
Go
because they'll be
sleep.
done. They'll be done when I wake up.
No life it.
No life, but no, I'm good. Alrighty then, YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. You made it to the end of this video. Just know that you are awesome for doing so, and I appreciate you greatly. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. It helps the channel grow. Gets us noticed by that algorithm. I mean, those comments down below, so we'll respond to you in kind. As I am Guy Ferrariing this, well, no. As I am playing this as blind, if you are going to speak about any of the content or any of the plot points I have not yet encountered, please do just mark your comment with a spoiler so I can use my discretion to read through it. So you will still receive a comment all the same. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing technically later today for you, YouTube, if you're watching this as this comes out, or even just before it. But there will be some form of gaming later on this evening. So we'll hopefully see you then. Or maybe if you're watching this further in the future, I might still be playing this game. Who knows? I may just be shackled to this game forevermore.
Yep.
We'll find out. There's a link to the Lore Objects merch store. There is my throne list if you want to help me out that way. there is the link for the Quell and Shardfall system and game. If you want to blend your fitness and gaming together, you can use that link down below, which will get you $40 or equivalent off of your purchase. And for full this transparency, I get a small kickback if you do use that link. So please consider it. But until next time, YouTube, may you stay safe in this broken masquerade.